technology keeps improving at lightning speed, completely altering the way we live our lives, it's important that we manage the consequences and effects. This presentation focuses on the improvement of robots and addresses the question, will we be better off or worse after the rise of robots? The advancement in robotics over the past 30 years has caused robots to become more widespread across various industries, ranging from manufacturing to healthcare. This has caused a noticeable increase in productivity, safety, and cost savings that have benefited the workforce dramatically. Because of their precise programming, robots produce more accurate and high-quality work than humans do. They rarely make mistakes, are more precise, and can produce a greater quantity in shorter period of time. They even work at an uninterrupted rate. No breaks, no holidays, no days off. Implementing robots into dangerous jobs saves workers from performing dangerous tasks. They pose no liability to a company, so they can work in hazardous conditions like poor lighting, toxic chemicals, and tight spaces. They're capable of lifting heavy loads without injury and without tire, so essentially they're saving thousands of lives every year. To companies, which is why robot workers present such an appealing opportunity. Robots save time by being able to produce a greater magnitude of products, and they even reduce the amount of wasted material due to inaccurate work. By eliminating work injuries, days off, and workers' comp, they save companies great amounts of money in the long run. It is then understandable that the number of industrial robots present worldwide has grown rapidly over the past couple of decades. Companies have realized the efficiency robots provide and the money they save. So they're beginning to replace more and more humans with robots annually, and it's making them vastly more profitable. Quiet Logistics e-commerce company has increased productivity by 800% by exclusively employing robots to perform warehouse retrieval. Orchard Hardware Supply is now using robots as floor employees to help customers find what they're looking for because the robots are comprehensively acquainted with every item in the store. But what does this mean for the warehouse employees at Quiet Logistics and customer service representatives at Orchard Hardware Supply? Are these people promoted up into positions that require human work, or do they merely get laid off? While robotic technology has improved the speed, quality, and cost of many business operations, they have also displaced many workers. It is comforting to assume that many of these displaced workers are promoted to more difficult, demanding jobs, but in reality, many are merely put out of jobs. As technology keeps improving, this trend will continue. What will this mean for workers? The Bureau of Labor Statistics acknowledges that even though technology is revolutionizing business processes, it is doing so by reducing the number of employees needed to generate the same or even higher levels of production. The Bureau expects the U.S. to lose 550,000 jobs within the next 10 years. Considering that it is difficult to forecast how much technology will improve over the next decade, and that it is hard to quantify the impact of improved technology, it is likely that these statistics provided by the Bureau underestimate the disruptive impact of robotic developments. Oxford University researchers Carl Frey and Michael Osborne state that they believe technological improvements in industries will consequently affect the people working in those industries. In a study they conducted, they found that 47% of U.S. workers have a high probability of seeing their jobs automated over the next 20 years. According to economists Eric Brynjolfsson and Andrew McAfee, technological progress is going to leave behind some people, and there's never been a worse time to be a worker with only ordinary skills and abilities to offer, because computers, robots, and other digital technologies are acquiring these skills and abilities at an extraordinary rate. Former U.S. Treasury Secretary Lawrence Summers even admits that if this trend continues, providing enough work will be the major economic challenge facing the world. If technology innovation allows businesses to operate at the same or even higher levels with far fewer employees, what will this mean for workers? The rise of robots in the workforce challenges the traditional economic model that benefits working individuals. Employees receive income, health benefits, and security from their employers. If our economy replaces workers with robots, what does that mean for for this model. How do we deliver income and benefits to displaced workers? In the scenario that many people become unemployed because of robots, the economic model we've used for so many years will need to be reformed. The government will need to figure out how to provide healthcare, disability, and pension benefits outside of employment. If robots replace workers, then workers are actually no longer workers at all, meaning they won't have an income. Without an inflow of money into the household, these individuals will no longer be able to subsist. This will inevitably cause the economy to fail. If individuals can no longer pay for the necessities of life, then businesses that offer those goods and services will no longer be utilized. This is basic supply and demand. If individuals are no longer demanding the goods and services businesses offer, then there are all of a sudden an excess of supply of goods and services. Without an inflow of cash, businesses will no longer be able to operate. When there is no money circulating throughout the economy, then it comes to a halt. Individuals won't have access to credit and banks will close. Local governments will then fail, and utilities, water, and electricity will no longer be available. Despite the benefits robots bring to the workforce, replacing humans with robots has dire implications for the economy and society. As we continue to improve technology, it's important that businesses manage how they implement progressive technologies and retain their human workers for the benefit of society.